Hey followers, this is your boy, movie maker Doug55 with my favorite beard, and I'm very pleased to welcome Jesse Iwuji to my channel today. He's a very great NASCAR driver on the rise, and he's also in the Navy, which is very impressive. Two big major careers. So, welcome, Jesse.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on the show.
No problem. It's a pleasure to have you. And so you're in the Navy and you're also in NASCAR. Is that right?
Yeah. So I'm in the Navy, currently a lieutenant commander in the U.S. Navy. I've been in the Navy for 10 years now, and I also race in NASCAR. I've been racing for about 5 years. Started in late models back in 2015. I've been working my way up, and now I'm currently racing, part time in Xfinity series and truck series.
That's really cool. Which series do you enjoy best in NASCAR? Xfinity or trucks?
They're both cool. I'm still learning a lot in Xfinity. I'm very, very new to it, so I still got a ways to go. I'm gaining a little bit more experience in the trucks over the last couple of years now, so I would say I probably feel more comfortable in the truck. But Xfinity car though, they're fun, and I'm just trying to learn as much as I can and get better at it so I can be more competitive.
That's just great. I'm really happy to see. So I start these off with a question, which is how did you get into racing?
For me, getting into racing, that was back in. It all depends if you want to call it when I got into wheel to wheel racing. That was back in 2015. And basically, prior to that, I was taking my personal cars to local tracks near me, doing track days, and then those track days I was doing in my Corvette and my Dodge Challenger. I took the experience I had from that and eventually did some networking, met with some people, got connected with some folks who had a late model team, and eventually did a test in a late model in 2014. That test went well. And then after that test, I basically made my way into some late model races in 2015 after my second deployment that I came back from the Navy. While I was racing late models in 2015, I learned a lot there. Eventually, I moved into the NASCAR K&N series, and then eventually the ARCA series, then the Truck series, and now the Xfinity series over the last 5 years. And over the past few years, it's been a grind. You got to find the sponsorship and the money and the funding and all that stuff to race. So it's just been a balance of understanding the business side of NASCAR, the marketing side, and then also getting better on track to learn how to drive a race car.
Yeah. From what I know about racing, sponsors are the lifeblood for a racer's career. Like, you can't do it without it nowadays because it's really expensive. And we learned that about a year ago with, a couple guys that lost sponsors because of circumstances. So that's really good that you're building up a fantastic career. Are you planning to try to get to the Cup Series eventually?
Yeah, the goal is to make it to the cup level. That's the end goal. So just working hard right now to get to that point. It takes the funding, it takes being able to drive on the track, all that stuff. So I'm trying to gain as much experience on the track as possible and gain as much funding as possible so that we can actually make this a reality.
That's really cool. I I would love to see someone like you in the Cup Series because I think it'd be a great story. Like someone who balances his time in racing and the Navy. I think that would be a first in the sport if I read right.
Yeah, it definitely is a sport. There's never been a naval officer ever to race in NASCAR, at least at the national series level. So for me, racing in trucks, Xfinity, that's been a first, and then eventually making it up to Cup, that will be a first also. So looking forward to that. It takes a lot of grind, takes a lot of effort, but man, we're trying to make it happen.
I wish you luck in that. So I must ask, when did you begin your naval career?
For me, my naval career really started when I went to the Naval Academy. I got to the Naval Academy in 2006. I went to the Naval Academy for 4 years, played football there, ran track there all 4 years, graduated in 2010, and then from there became a surface warfare officer in the Navy.
Hmm, that's really interesting. Did you have to have a drill instructor when you began your career? Or? or no?
Yeah, we did have some drill instructors. Basically, anytime you get into the military in any type of way, you always have to go through your basic training. And during that basic training, you'll have drill instructors, people yelling at you the whole time and whipping you into shape so that you can get assimilated properly into the military.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I've heard that too.